All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. All right, five stocks, in my opinion, in the long term that will get you rich. Maybe not rich, but maybe you make a lot of money. Maybe you do your research. You decide that this stock is for you. You take a position. Maybe these stocks do really well in the future. I think they're going to do really well, but time will tell. So yeah, let me share my screen so we could take a look. First, let's do a market overview so that way we could just see what the market did today. Okay, so if we look at the indices, the S&P looks like it ended up 0.24% up on the day. The Dow Jones ended up 0.16 on the day. NASDAQ 0.07. Russell looks like the Russell is down. Crude oil is up, and gold ended up. Now, if we look at finance news, let's see what's going on in the finance sector. It says Fed officials see higher risk of inflation under Trump. So this is interesting here. Let's see what this says. Federal Reserve officials seek risk of higher inflation support pause in rate cuts. Federal Reserve officials at a meeting last month pointed to rising risks that inflation could worsen, a key reason they keep their benchmark interest rate unchanged. According to minutes of January 28th, so it looks like the meeting minutes came out today. So that's what a lot of people were waiting for, these meeting minutes, because they do this meeting, they do the FOMC meeting, but then meeting minutes comes out and then it looks like they add more context to what they actually meant, or they give additional detail. So it says, which were released Wednesday, which is today, Fed officials said that President Trump proposed tariffs and massive deportation of migrants, as well as strong consumer spending. And I guess because of the tariffs, they believe, okay, if he's going to impose these tariffs on these other countries, then they're just going to make things a lot more expensive for us. In turn, our products become a lot more expensive. So that's why they're fearing this inflation. So, I mean, this is kind of was said before, but it looks like these meeting minutes has given some more conviction of this. So the Fed's 19 officials who participated in interest rate decision indicated they would want to see further progress on inflation before making any further cuts. So this is actually, I mean, people want rates to get cut. They don't want to wait another 2-3 months for rates to get cut. The next time they meet up, the people, the U.S., people in power want interest rates to get cut. So, but it looks like they want to see progress with inflation. So a lot of these economic reports that are coming out, they're going to have to see some progress, because if not, they're going to keep rates steady. But I don't think they're going to increase interest rates. Definitely, I don't think that's on the table, unless inflation just gets out of control. All right. So that is that. So that's good. Let's see any other stuff before we get into the five stocks. Palantir drops on report Trump administration plans defense cuts. Funny we mentioned that, because that may be part of the list. Apple unveils $600 iPhone complete with AI. $600 iPhone. That's interesting, because usually it's like a $1,200. So it looks like, a 16E. So it looks like they're coming out with a cheaper one. All right, so let's get right into the list. Let's look at these five stocks. Okay, so the first one on the list is Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. I know a lot of you have heard of AMD. Not a surprise, big in the GPU space. I think this is going to be a big winner. For those of you who don't know what AMD is, to give you the description, AMD specializes in semiconductor products, including CPUs, GPUs, vital for AI applications. The company has been gaining market share against competitors like Intel. We spoke about Intel yesterday. With strong fundamentals and focus on AI-driven growth, AMD's recent partnership with Dell Technologies is expected to further enhance its position in the AI market. I did not know that they partnered with Dell at all. Hi, man. I just found your channel, Valid Info. Thank you, from Italy. Hey, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. All right. So, yeah, I did not know AMD partnered with Dell. That is a surprise to me. But let's take a look at AMD's chart and let's see where we think this thing can go. All right, let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, so AMD currently is sitting at 114. If we look at the chart, I mean, it did take a significant, it did go up a lot. I mean, all the way from 13 to 190. It looks like it's retracing right now. But for me, anytime I look at a stock and its potential, I always want to look at the market cap. Remember that when it comes to crypto, when it comes to stocks, you always want to look at the market cap. You don't want to get too caught up on the price chart in like technical analysis. So even though technical analysis is good if you're trying to trade stuff, but I look at the market cap. So right now, AMD is sitting at 185. I do believe if the AI sector is going to do what it's going to do, if it's going to be the next internet, the next big boom, I can easily see AMD get into 360 billion dollar valuation or even more. It could be $1 trillion company because if Nvidia is already sitting at 3.3 and people are predicting Nvidia to go to $10 trillion, I can see AMD be a competitor to Nvidia and do a trillion. So that would be at least 5 to 6x from here, right? So yeah, I think AMD is a good pick, and it's something to look into. Again, this is not financial advice, but AMD for the future, I could see it hitting $1 trillion. And that's a 5 to 6x from here. Okay, let's get into the second one. The second one is Supermicro Computer, SMCI. Supermicro provides a high-performance server solutions optimized for AI workloads. The company has significant growth due to expectations of substantial AI server deals, positioning it as a key player in AI infrastructure. And if you guys don't remember, they just had something recently with their financials where they didn't have an auditor or something like that, or the auditor couldn't be trusted, something along those lines. So let's take a look at SMCI. SMCI has taken a dip recently and it's bouncing back because remember it was at 100, around $100, and then they got that news with the financials with their auditor and things like that, and it crashed all the way down to 32. I think a little bit even lower than 32, probably like in the high 20s, mid 20s, something like that. And now it's 3x, right? I mean, if you bought that bounce here, I mean, that's already 100% on your money. But I do think this could be a good player in the future. It's at a $35 billion market cap. Again, if the AI narrative takes off, this could probably be a $200 to $300 billion market valuation, which would put it close to an 8 to 9x from here, right? But again, not financial advice. You got to do your own research. All right, so that's the second one. Number 3, Intapp. Intapp offers cloud-based solutions for financial and business sectors, leveraging AI to enhance its services. The company has demonstrated robust earnings growth with a 91% rise in earnings reported for the second quarter of fiscal 2025. All right, so let's look at the chart here. Let's see, Intapp. All right, so this one's a little lower market cap, but I think cloud-based services are just going to continue to get bigger. People don't like to have too many warehouses and physical infrastructure. So cloud servicing for me is always going to be huge, and especially with AI and people sharing their GPU power, I think that's just going to get even bigger. So yeah, again, so this is at 5 billion. This is a little bit lower than AMD, SMCI, but I think this one can probably be a $50 billion market cap. Again, a lot of these that I'm calling out are potential 5 to 10x. I would say over the next 3 to 5 years. Again, you have to do your own research, but all these plays that I'm calling out are in the AI space. Okay, so the first one was AMD, second one is SMCI, and the third one is Intapp. Okay, all right, number 4. Number 4 is ASML. All right, so ASML is a key supplier of advanced lithography. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. Lithography? I don't know. I'm saying that wrong. Let's just say litho systems for the semiconductor industry essential for manufacturing AI chips. The company's technology enables the production of smaller, more powerful chips critical for AI applications. Yeah, so they provide the manufacturing for AI. So again, you don't always need to be in those big plays. You don't always need to be in the Nvidia or a Tesla. You could be with the people that are helping these players build their product. And a lot of the times that's where the most money is. You got to look for the picks and shovels plays. And it looks like ASML, I've seen this one before. This one is a huge market cap. It's 300 billion. I think this could reach $1 trillion if the AI narrative takes off. They're very critical in the space as far as manufacturing chips. And again, if we just use common sense, if chips is going to be something most companies are going to need, then the manufacturing of this is going to be very important. And ASML is like a very big player in the space with a $300 billion market cap. I think we could see $1 trillion valuation at the end of 3 to 5 years. So that's going to be a 3x, but still solid. And usually, if it's the other ones I said were 5 to 10x, since this is a 3x, usually these are a lot. Plays like this is a lot more safer, right? Because it's already established company. It's a $300 billion company. It's really already established. All right, so those are the first four. The last one, so the first one was AMD, second one SMCI, 3 INTA, 4 Intap, and 4 ASML Holdings, and 5 is Palantir. All right, Palantir, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with Palantir, and it just went crazy. It looked like it sold off today, but if you look at the recent chart, it really has gone parabolic. I mean, just 2 years ago, Palantir was trading at $17. And if we go back, and we're not really even through 2025 yet, right? So it's not like the run is over. I think it's just getting started. It's a $262 billion market valuation, but I think this can get to $1 trillion as well. So that's a 5x from here. But I do think it's going to take some time, unless it gets like some huge partnership or something like that. I don't see, though, that 5x so quick, but I do in the next 3 to 5 years. If the AI narrative takes off the way I believe it's going to take off, I think Palantir is going to be a very big player. And sitting at 262 billion, I mean, I definitely could see 500 billion in the near future, and then $1 trillion in the next 3 to 5 years. All right, so those are the stocks that I believe will make you rich, right? If you position yourself the right way. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. But again, let me just read off the 5 stocks again. First one, AMD. Second one, SMCI. Third, Intap. 4, ASML. And then 5, Palantir. They're all in the AI space. I think AI is going to be the next movement, and make sure you guys take advantage of that. That's it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.